Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of It's About Time. Welcome back to officially Taco Tuesdays now. Anyways, you guys know me. I'm Jared, and of course my partner in crime, Drew. So today, I literally, right before we started this episode, I said, Drew, we're just doing an impromptu episode. I don't care. He goes, oh no, I know exactly what I want to talk about. I'm like, alright, whatever, I'll just roll with it.
So he didn't even know what we're talking about
I have
yet.
no idea what we're talking about. I'm going to be surprised. I'm looking forward to it. So before we get started, what's on the wrist? With me quickly, Citizen Eco Drive, of course, the atomic timekeeping. It's amazing. I love it. Drew!
I still have my Rado on, believe it or not.
Well, different one though.
No, same one.
Wait, I thought you were wearing the gold one last time.
No, I was wearing
I thought it was gold.
the ceramic.
Oh shit, I
Yes.
thought it was gold.
No, the Rado Integral ceramic.
And what is it currently running?
After 9 days, we're a second fast total. I had 8 days in a row where it was dead even. That is a record for me, so that has now set my new record of how many dead even days in a row. We are 1 second fast. You test the atomic clock on this. Amazing. Haven't touched it.
You know what, I actually
Dave,
won't.
I'm coming after
Actually, I
you.
won't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I won't.
Second and 1.25 seconds, I believe. So, anywho, I want to begin.
A second and a half.
Yeah, I just said that. Okay. I want to begin first.
Wow,
off.
he has a piece of paper and everything?
Well, I printed it out earlier. But first, let me, on a serious note, our hearts go out to the victims of the Las Vegas Massacre that happened earlier this week. I know Jared and I were both touched by it, as
Yeah, we're
everybody
talking about it.
in the U.S. Should be a terrible tragedy, and we wanted to give our deepest condolences to the family and
Thoughts,
friends.
prayers. I heard so many stories on the radio these past few days of people that just jumped over other people and sacrificed themselves. And, you guys really deserve all the credit. I mean, what I do every day, I think it's so important and value, but things like that takes everything up to another level. So I just want to say, thoughts, prayers, condolences, of course, number one, to the victims. But number two, to all the first responders, really, wow. I mean, people, even just the average person, just stepping in, doing more than what they had to, needed to do, or should have done, and just being good people, good citizens, to help those people out next to them survive, do anything that they can. Kudos goes out to you guys. You guys deserve all the credit in the world.
And we also thank the police officers and other hotel managers that opened their hotels and are doing things now for the victims' families of giving free rooms. And did you hear that? They're giving free flights and free rooms for victims' families for identification purposes.
Absolutely.
And for reunion and stuff like that.
It's a tough process and everything else like that. And
yeah, we wanted to mention that
Yeah.
because the show is called It's About Time, and we never know how much time we do have on this earth. And time is a relative term, so we just wanted to...
and to all those involved, I hope you fry in hell.
in the actual...
not even a question. Let's throw that one out there too. But to everybody, thank you. Our prayers, thoughts, condolences are with you guys.
Yes, so, anywho, now that we got that out of the way of our first line of business, secondly, let's go to tonight's topic. And before we even get to tonight's topic, we always ask you to send your thoughts, comments, your texts, your opinions, and your ideas to us. I do want to mention, though, if they are derogatory and if they are offensive, we will take them down, like I did this past week. Yeah, that's because I took it down. So I just wanted to let everybody know we do appreciate...
What was the comment? Let's mention it.
That we look like two Guidos that somebody would never sit next to, and we should be shot or something like that. I mean, it was pretty derogatory.
Hey, you know what? Thank you for the comment.
Yeah, no problem. But this is a watch show. This is not a clothing show. This is not a fashion show.
Can I back up what you just said?
Yeah.
The reason why I asked to hear it, because, I mean, really, at the end of the day, haters are going to hate, and the people who enjoy our show, we appreciate it. I always said leave any comment, good, bad, whatever it is. I mean, however people feel, totally your opinion, that's fine. I respect it. Maybe I don't agree with it, but You know, those are just the people that, just don't like us. You can't please everybody, and that's fine. But
That's fine. But
that's what it is.
we're still going to take it down if it is, because we want constructive. This is supposed to be about.
Were there any
watching.
good comments?
Yeah, we've had plenty of good comments. I
Really?
leave those up, of course.
Oh, I see. I guys, I gotta be honest with you, with all the stuff that I've been like going through, whatever it is, with a few things. I haven't even like seen the stuff, so I gotta check it out tonight. But to all those people leaving us good comments, thank you. Keep them coming.
Appreciate it.
We love it. Again, if you guys have any ideas for future episodes, send emails, make comments. I don't know if anyone made comments about future episodes, but let's let it rock. Let's let it roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to know.
So anyway, tonight's topic, okay, is going to be, Jared doesn't
I have
even know
no idea
about it
what
because
this
I got
is.
the paper.
Let's hear it. See, unlike Drew, I don't need to be prepared. He needs to be prepared.
No, I don't need to be. How many times have we done this? But I just thought of this today as I was looking on eBay.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
I said, as I'm getting my new watch in, which is coming in tomorrow, which I'll display on our next episode.
What? Just out of curiosity, what is the watch?
I'm not telling. It's
Well,
going
you
to
know
be,
what? Off the episode, you'll tell me.
Yes,
Alright,
probably.
off the episode.
So I'll leave it for, suspense for the next episode.
Maybe on Saturday we'll do a little sit down with it.
We
Me
should
and
have tomorrow, so maybe
You know what, on
we'll
Saturday, we're gonna-
maybe we'll do
we're
it
gonna
at
be-
our friend Adam's birthday party. Yes, that would be fantastic because we should be able to eat by at least 10 o'clock at night. So,
No appetizers.
it's family style, so you never know. But anyway, tonight's, I don't know if anybody has heard of this term, okay, and I know people in the watch forums have. Mushroom brands. Do you know what a mushroom brand is?
Brands that are small that suddenly come up.
You're on the right track. A
Alright.
mushroom brand is any type of brand that is either on eBay or a known website, is there for a short period of time and then disappears.
Okay.
And you may ask yourself, well,
because mushrooms come and go quickly.
exactly.
Yeah.
They come, everybody buys them. It's like the in thing. It's like a fad where you have everybody buying these suckers that come out with all these different models, and then 6 months later, gone. You never see them again. And you're wondering, what the
You do
hell
a lot of
happened to
research
that
on
company?
eBay, don't you?
I study eBay. I study a lot of different things that are coming out, and I was seeing all these different brands I've never heard of, and I'm figuring, and I keep hearing this term mushroom brand.
By the way,
it's a
I gotta
mushroom
ask you this
brand.
question. Just popped in my head. Do I look Guido enough today?
No,
No.
not enough chains. No Guido wears pajamas to the watch.
I was trying.
So, but basically,
I'm a comedian.
I'm going to give you some ideas, the lowest end mushroom brands that you would run into on eBay. And if you've heard of these, this is exactly what they are, okay? Orkina, Olapai, Willon, Finiat, Flint, Goer.
I have never
And Winner.
heard of any single one of these brands.
And the reason why is
Wow.
because they aren't there long. But
So is it like Kickstarter kind of stuff where they're there and then
no,
they just
it's
got
not a
it?
Kickstarter because these all come from China.
Okay.
Okay, these are Chinese brands.
Now, are these like, in terms of looks, rip-offs of other bigger watch brands, or are they just their own kind of thing? They don't really copy anybody else?
I've seen Orkina and Winner be rip-offs of Rolex, Breitling. They try to give that type of look.
Okay.
Their common prices are anywhere between the $10 to $20 range,
And they're all quartz.
mostly. But Orkina does have some automatics around that $20 range. So I have seen, but
Okay.
again, they are
What's the water
poorly
resistance on
made.
them?
They're 1 ATM. I mean, they're poorly made.
Mhm.
I want to give you guys, if you see these brands, just know what you're getting.
So it's worse than even like Chinatown.
Oh yeah, no, we're well below Chinatown
Yeah.
standard. In terms of accuracy, you're lucky to get them within 45 seconds to 50 seconds a day.
Or an hour?
It all depends. Every once in a while you run into a pretty decent one, but well below Chinatown standards. However, they do have different tier brands, so that's the lowest tier. I wanted to run through with you the lowest tier brands.
Oh,
that
wait a
you
minute.
especially
I want to
find.
hear about the highest tier.
We'll get into the
That's
next
what I
tier,
wanna hear about.
okay? The next tier that you get into, which can go up to
Oh,
about $100.
Parney, I've heard of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parney,
Parnas,
Parney.
Parney, whatever you want to say. Tau,
I've heard of them. No,
Minerva,
I've heard of them.
Samsung. It says Samsung.
Yeah,
that's
right.
cool. And
Wei.
Wei.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I'll make a comment about Parney. I will tell you this, that they do make halfway decent quality.
Now we're starting to get into better.
I mean, it's nothing great, like it's gonna last you forever. No.
No.
But I will tell you, they make chronometer standard watches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not bad. It was started by a gentleman in China many years ago, whatever it was, and it's actually probably, out of all those brands that you're gonna mention, it is probably the biggest and most well known.
I don't know. We haven't gotten to the next tier yet. Okay, but anyway, that second tier runs up to $100. About mostly, again, you're going to see automatics. You're going to see some complications, some functions.
Yeah, moon phases, triple dates, things
moon
like
phases,
that. Yeah,
and you will get decent quality. You'll get like kind of
again, the
quality.
water resistance, I wouldn't take those around.
No,
water.
it's still about 3 ATM. I'd
Mhm.
go for those.
Yep.
But just realize what you're getting. Again, it's a higher tier mushroom brand.
Correct.
You're not going to get the customer service you want in either of these first tiers that you would like.
There's really like no customer service. You buy the watch and you just get what you pay for, and that's
All
it.
right, so
well, let's say with all of these, I'm gonna say
some of these you actually have decent customer service
Alright.
rates in the next tier.
You gotta throw out the next tier.
Yeah, so you got the
Yeah.
second tier, which is basically, again, lousy customer service, and you're lucky if they're there more than a year. I know Parney has been there for quite a while.
Parney's been there for years.
So,
years upon years.
yes,
that's
they
for
do
sure.
have, and they do say they do have pretty decent quality.
Mhm.
You go to the third type of mushroom brand that you get, which is more the higher end of the spectrum, okay? Which I've actually had a couple of these. How do you pronounce that, though?
Rousseau.
Yeah, you want to go Rousseau, August Galan, Aromatic is a mushroom brand, which I know we've talked about in the past. Deporte, SUG, Trios, Alpha USA, the Talkmeister.
By the way, do any of these hack?
Yes, a few of them do.
Okay.
Theorema, Javel, Swiss Star I have heard of, Louis Bowl I have had. Eberle, Chevernard, 1928, Lumberg & Sons, Sorna.
What's been your opinion on the watches that you've had?
Well, I have one, and I've showed you one on the show. Believe it or not, the one that I have had has been the Tri-Retrograde. Okay, which,
The Cartier?
No, the Tri-Retrograde that goes from 1 to 20 seconds, and then to 20 to 40, and then to 40
Yeah, I
to
thought
6.
that was
wasn't
the fake
a
one
Cartier.
that you had, right?
No, that's not fake.
Wow.
That's a mushroom brand.
Okay.
Okay.
How does it perform?
It performs really well. It doesn't hack, as Jared was getting en route to, but these type of watches, again, since this top brand does
Just gotta
go,
see this for a sec. So,
yeah, take a look, because it does go up to $1,000.
well,
These
let me
types
ask
of
you this
brands
question,
do run quite a bit.
Because I remember we were talking about, like Mega last episode, whatever it is. What would you pay maximum for any of these? Maximum.
Well, I paid for my Tri-Retrograde. I paid $200 because it was different. Now the reason they do get people
But
to
that
pay,
doesn't seem terrible.
no,
Doesn't seem
but they do go up
terrible.
to $1,000. They do get people to buy these brands up
Ooh.
into $1,000.
Ooh, see, now these are good.
Okay, now we go into the high. Now again, those can go up to $1,000.
These are
okay,
good.
but most people are only going to pay a couple $100 for them. They do have some cool movements, like my Tri-Retrograde, really
Actually,
cool
I think
watch.
the Shanghai Chinese watch fair just wrapped up, and let me tell you something. They're doing better than the Swiss industry is right now.
Oh yeah, they're really racking up because they're doing things they can pump these out a lot cheaper, and it's all about affordability.
Pretty good quality too.
Yes,
And then
and
pretty
so this
good
is-
quality.
And the customer service, especially on, I've seen it on Louis Bowl.
By the way, this
on-
between this one and then this one.
Yeah, you got some interesting
By the
ones.
way,
And
they make
aromatic.
amazing movements.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Amazing movements.
this third tier, a nice tier of watches where you can get decent customer service, especially the people on eBay. If something goes wrong with the watch,
Very nice looking watch.
yeah, very nice looking
Very
watches.
nice.
And they will
Good
repair them
quality,
and they will
accurate.
exchange it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you will get decent
I
customer
haven't heard
service
of
on these mushroom brands.
ones,
However, the top mushroom brands, okay, that they say, again,
But
Seagull
again, Seagull
is
and
its
Parney
own
has
brand
been
now.
around for a long. Exactly.
Yes.
They've been around for a long time. Parney is his own brand too.
yes, okay, and Seagull is probably the biggest one out of them all.
They're
Beijing,
huge.
Shanghai, Dixmont, okay, all this top brand, mostly, and the reason they're the top brand, like Seagull makes their own movements, okay,
Like Orient.
like Orient, okay, they make their own movements, so they have the ability to repair something much better than any of these lower class mushroom brand Chinese brands could. Okay, you could just send it to Seagull and they would be able to swap it out with no problem. When you make your own parts, it really gives you a leg up on
Gives
the
you freedom.
industry. And it allows other people to use your parts too, because a lot of these other...
It's like Rolex. I mean...
That's right.
And JLC, they source their movements out to other companies and things like that, and they pay for them.
Seagull is...
That's how they stay in business.
Exactly. Seagull is a typical example of a brand that sources out their parts to all these other watch companies as well that we just mentioned, like Louis Boll and the one thing we want you to, like Trios and all this stuff, you're going to see a nice little history on some of these other brands, okay, like Trios and Louis Boll, and don't believe it. It's all made up. These are Chinese brands. They have no connection to a lot of these made-up stories that you'll hear regarding these brands. Some of these brands, since 1797, and Louis Boll was an adventurer, and then he went into watchmaking.
Swiss companies haven't even been around that long.
No. These are made-up stories. Don't believe it.
Vacheron Constantin is the only Swiss brand that I know. That
yeah,
really
a lot of these mushroom brands, in fact, all of these mushroom brands, if you get a mushroom watch just because of how you like the look, don't pay any attention to what the hell is on the warranty card.
We always stress, do your research.
That's right.
And do your research, multiple sites.
When you do research, you'll see on a lot of these sites, it comes with the warranty card, and it has a nice little history, and it has a lifestyle.
Just because it comes with a warranty.
It doesn't mean it's real, okay? That is false when it comes to these mushroom brands. They're just nice stories.
All right, which one would you endorse on that list? Because I know which one I would endorse.
I've heard a lot of good things. I knew you had an aromatic, didn't you? For a short period of time? Okay,
yes.
So you...
I would never endorse them.
Okay, so we're taking that right off the list.
My brand that I would endorse, Seagull. Hands down.
Seagull is a good brand. I like Bernioli, which is my tri-retrograde. Yeah, Parnay is a good one. I've had Louis Boll. Look, they're nice looking, but they're shit. And you're going to find out with a lot of these brands. Just realize what the mushroom brands are. Okay, don't expect Rolex or Omega quality when you're dealing with a mushroom brand. Sometimes they'll last for 6 months and then they'll break. Don't expect the world. A lot of these, basically, there's like 26 brands over here between everything that's on this list, and I wouldn't put 23 of them even up to Chinatown standards. Mm-hmm. I mean, because Chinatown has come a long way.
The lower tier and most of the middle tier, hell no. The higher tier, a lot of them, they're really good. Again, I mean,
do they hold a lot of value? No.
See, it's interesting, right? What's the real difference, right, between, let's say, a $200 watch and like a $2 million watch? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, a lot of these watches that are 5,000 and up or whatever it is, I mean, they have better finishings on their movements, they do whatever it is. I know that a lot of times they regulate them better quality of parts in them. Listen, I mean, unless you get like a true quartz or like a high-end automatic or whatever it is, I mean, listen, a lot of these brands, gonna be subjected to, you can't bang them around, you can't shock them and this and that. That's why I've had a little bit of a problem with some of my automatics over the last, I was trying to find one that really is, actually, I found one that I think is really, it's as simple as the Grand Seiko.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually really good. It's kind of interesting. Also, I think one of the future episodes we should do, like, why don't quartz brands have minute hands that go all the way out to the minute track? I think that's kind of a good episode to do.
So I mean,
it was interesting.
Yeah. So that is your typical example of what's called a mushroom brand for a watch. And just watch out. Just know what you're buying. Jared and I always stress this: do your research and know what you're buying. Do not be fooled by stories or nice little paragraphs that say this watch is this and this and this, because it's not true. The more you do your research on, the more you look at forums.
Go into watch forums.
Yeah, they've been there. It's people who have bought it before. They can give you reviews.
You could create accounts and post there if you want.
Absolutely. People love to share their thoughts and give you a heads up with watches, as this happens all the time. Next episode, we may be in New York City doing...
what should we do?
Well, I don't know. We may do something with Adam's birthday party, like we just said. This should be a very interesting episode.
I'll have to be dressed up for that episode.
Yes. He's not going to be wearing pajamas. And
I'm going to get comfortable.
But yes, guys, again, please drop us constructive. I'm going to modify this crap now. Drop us constructive.
Like,
your
subscribe,
thoughts, opinions,
email,
likes.
future episodes. I don't care what it is.
We always
send back comments too. I actually
criticism.
find entertainment by reading them. I really, again, haters gonna hate and whatever it is.
Yeah, there's been some fun ones. But outside of that, I guess it's better to be hated than not notice at all. But outside of that, we will see you next time on another episode of
It's about time.